Hello guys, it's supposed to be just a training. Mr. Russian just learning how to smile. Regardless, whatever he says, you just disregard. All that stuff is not important. Important for him is just to learn how to smile. Nice smile? No, well, that's what he needs to learn. How to smile, that you guys say, hey, we like him just because of his smile. Well, maybe he needs to see more of this DiCaprio's movies where he is like unbelievable smiling model. But the point is, he is driving here and you can see where he's passing actually. And he's thinking about all that stupid stuff that he usually does, you know. He just thinks about stupid things other people wouldn't even think about. But the point here is at certain moment in time, space and mind, for those who know what it's all about STM continuum, space, time, mind continuum. So he just got an idea about an ideal recorder of ideas. What would be an ideal recorder of ideas? Well, obviously you can come up with all bunch of possible solutions for that. It's easy. But you know, even if you apply this ideal final result trees method, you know what I'm talking about, right? You're familiar with the word trees. Теория решения изобретательских задач. What? You don't understand what I'm saying? Come on. You're supposed to. You're already supposed to. You know that. Anyways, guys, just saw this beautiful flags and wanted to direct the camera on that, but that's okay. Going back to that ideal recorder of ideas. And don't limit it to this time-space fabric, as they call it. You know, time-space, it just like a slice in the continuum, time, space, mind continuum. Of course it exists, there's no questions about it, and it all depends on the transformation that you actually apply. And talking about transformation, of course, you know the make mistake, boom, 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 boom. You know the make mistake he made, unbelievable. Instead of smiling all the time, okay, he started pounding on this because of that stupid patent game. You know, the patent examiner obviously playing games with him, no questions about it. And that game specifically, you know, rejection game, where he rejects for no reason. Of course he has his own reasons to reject, otherwise he wouldn't. But he rejects the patent application without giving good arguments, and specifically related to transformation test. And the best example Mr. Russian should have given him about the transformation test was конформное отображение. Когда возьмешь круг возьмешь и отобразишь его в квадрат. Can you believe that they can take a circle and do mathematical transformations and reflect it in a square? And they still thinking about this quadratura круга stuff. Alright, people, so I have to go because there's a red light, and of course I could have told you much more stupid stuff, but well, you know how to play the game better than I do. I am in this very little seed, you know, I'm trying to build, you know how we have this crystal of truth, and it's just a seed for it. And how do you put it all together in that 3 by 3 continuum? I'm talking about space, time, mind continuum, which each of them is a triad. You know, the space obviously is a triad, right? Space has all these 3 directions we are talking about. And of course there is also rotational degrees of freedom, because ideally, an ideal point, you can rotate that point, and it's not moving anywhere, but it is moving around its own axis. And that is a legitimate question because it's an ideal point. So an ideal space of this ideal point, or dots, whatever, and I hope you understand why I said that the word dot, right? It's simple. I wanted you to make the connection with the connect the dots game. How many points will I get for this pun? Actually, there are like 3 puns in one. Alright, so how many freaking funny points will you give me for that freaking pun? And anyways, this is a game of thoughts and ideas, and you play it any way you like. I'm just learning how to, and I need you guys, to come and fix it, because it's so crazy. If you think about this quantum mechanics stuff that I know very little about, but I've heard the word волновая функция. Do you know what the волновая функция is? It's simple. It's a wave function, and you didn't know what it is. Well, of course you knew it in English when I said that, you made the connection, but is it the right language? Of course we know there is only one right language, it's mathematics. There are no any, other languages that would be as right as mathematics can be. But if you think about non-verbal thinking, mathematics, that symbolic language, it's still symbols. Now, no symbols language, what is that? Okay, now I'm giving you the clue. You see this? Non-verbal language, my moves. Okay, you're supposed to get 70% of information, not from the verbal expressions, but from this. What does it tell you? The guy is the idiot, right? Absolute idiot. He is the only one who is playing this idiotic game. And of course it's, a little bit parody. You've heard about this parody of a parody format. Well, you didn't see Monty Python? Or like Shaolin Soccer is a better one. Shaolin Soccer is amazing. Okay. Bertolt Brecht, all these guys back there in 1920s with their revolutionary style of expressing revolutionary ideas. Anyways, we know where it all leads, all these revolutions. We are peaceful people. Но наш бронепоезд стоит на запасном пути. Anyways, guys, for those who made the connection out of all this blah 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 blah, if you don't trust me, go and check. These people already booked the names blah blah blah.com, blah 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 blah.com, and so on, up to 17 times blah blah blah.com. Do you understand who are we playing with? They have unbelievable resources. Those are the smartest people ever. To boo blah 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 blah.com, you have to be one of the geniuses, because you think, well, there must be sometime in this life, in the space-time mind continuum, another genius that will come up with such a name. So they think about other people so much ahead of anyone that they booked this name. But I didn't check. The latest I checked was maybe a year ago. Already it went down to blah 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 blah, maybe 7 times or 13 times, I don't remember. So even these guys depleted some of their resources. Think about the time. In in infinity. When people click one button, the whole universe is generated from nothing, seemingly from nothing. It's of course from ideas, okay? Because that component where ideal world meets with the real world is amazing, okay? The singularities, and it depends which order of singularities we are talking about. And I'm not even talking about this incredibly smart and advanced people who think about singularity issues. You know, this, well, I better stop because they're coming. You don't see them, but look at this truck. I mean, this is just freaking terrible.